Hello, Samat. There are two more. So let's do the trees today. You do all reported speech in the exam, direct and indirect speech. Or we don't. Sorry, they're not absent. Absent, okay. Don't you think they'll come late? Yeah, either come on time or they don't come. But those two girls usually come late. She's gone to she got her French dogs. So when did your exams get over? Oh, just yesterday. You should have given you a break. Anyway, the trees. Are we ready for the trees? So, the tree, this poem is written by Adrian Rich. Okay. Adrian Rich was born in Baltimore in USA, in 1929. And she's the author of, she has written many poems. Now she was part of feminist movement. Okay. Any idea what is feminist movement? Okay. Okay, so in you'll be surprised that in UK, which is the so-called birthland of democracy, or who practiced democracy for past say 200-300 years, in spite of having democracy, women did not have right to vote in England for a long time. Of course, you know that. You have women's movement, no, in history. Yeah. So around 1920s and 30s saw this feminist movement where they started fighting that women must come out, they must get equal pay, equal job, equal opportunity, a right to vote, so on and so forth. She was, so you know, in 30s, 40s, in USA, the movement was more strong in 40s and 50s, and she was a strong supporter of this feminism. Now, in your notebook, in your text for your syllabus, that trees, this poem is described as a nature poem. That we have destroyed nature, we have cut down forest, and we have so the forest, we have emptied the forest of trees, and we have started putting trees in the house. We like to have those small planters in which we keep our trees, small plants. So now these plants which are in the house are breaking our doors, breaking our walls and windows, and moving out in the forest. So that is what the poem is on. That they are moving out of the forest. They want to enter the forest again, and they are, they want to enjoy the freedom. They want to enjoy their freedom. They want to fill the forest with trees again. So because man has destroyed nature, now these trees, the nature is rebelling against man. They understand this poem, your text, yeah, your syllabus will understand this poem. But in reality, trees here is a metaphor. Metaphor of what? Yes. Now, what have your teacher taught this poem? First, What has she said? Is she teaching you as metaphor of women? And that the women were suppressed and they were put in the house, kept in the house. Because if you see, surprisingly, different schools teach it differently. So I'll give you both the versions. Tell me what your teacher has taught. What is she expecting?
She was teaching about women also.
Yeah, because
But she was more toward trees.
trees. That's what the real meaning is. This is a metaphor used for women. That all these years, centuries, the women were kept in the house, and they were not allowed to go in the open outside in the forest of mankind. They were not allowed to enter the forest of mankind. Okay, the forest is outside world where men rule. So the women were kept in the house. They were not allowed to enter the outside world. And today they are rebelling. The women in the house are rebelling, and they are trying to shatter these windows, shatter these walls, which have, kept them inside, not allowed the opportunity to grow, go out, enjoy. Enjoy means to grow and prove themselves. So now the women are moving out of the house. You will write it as trees because the CBSE expects you to take it as a nature poem. But the true meaning, this is not a nature poem. Trees as a nature poem. Okay. In the board exam, you refer this poem as a nature poem. Again, I'm saying, check with your teacher what she is asking. Different schools teach it differently. The true meaning is trees is a symbol. Trees is used as a metaphor for women. Everywhere in the textbook also, no? They take it as a nature poem. So, but the actual meaning is not that. Actual meaning is not trees. Trees here is actually which trees are in the house. Why will trees break out, open and go? If the trees are these women which were kept inside the house, not allowed to move out, go out. But there are so many walls of customs, traditions, whatever. They are now trying to break these walls. Let's see. Can there be a forest without trees? Where are the trees in this poem? And where do they go? The trees inside are moving out into the forest. The forest that was empty all these days, where no birds could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. So here it is saying that the trees which we have cut down, the trees that we have kept in the house are moving out. And they are going, where are we going? Into the forest. They want to grow in the open, into the forest. What happened because the forest was empty? Because there were no trees in the forest? What was happening? There were no birds. Forest did not have birds because they did not have place to sit. No birds could sit. No, birds did not have place. They did not have trees to sit. No insect hide. Insects did not have places to hide. No sun bury its feet. Sun rays, when sun rays fall, they put a shadow, they cast a shadow. And you can't see the feet of the end of the ray because that gets mixed with the shadow. So the poet is saying the shadow buries or the sun buries its feet under the shadow. But now because there are no trees, no shadows, sun does not have shadow to bury its feet. The forest that was empty will be full of trees by morning. The poet says that all the trees are moving out, and by tomorrow, the forest will be full of trees. All night, the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks. Roots, they always form cracks in the walls. when they go deeper. So they try to disengage themselves, trying to pull out themselves. All night the roots work. You actually, if you understand this as a metaphor for women, then you'll understand this better. But that is not, they don't want you to use it as this. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain towards the glass. Small twig, stiff with exertion. Long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof. Like newly discharged patients, half-dazed, moving to the clearing doors. Imagine that it's a big tree in the house and it is trying to move out. Imagine there's a grown tree. There are cracks. It has the roots have got deeper inside. Now the tree has decided to move out. For that, she's pulling out. The tree is pulling out its roots. The leaves are on the window glass. Yes. The leaves we are Ritika, right? Janvi. Janvi sign and give it to them. We are doing that poem, the trees. Okay. And what did we learn so far in the first stanza? We have the book? Yes. Okay. It's on page number 99. What did we learn in the first stanza? Yes, anybody. I just looked at you. What did we learn? So that she knows. Anything that you understood from this first stanza? That the trees are where are they moving? Moving into the forest. That's right. Now all these years, the forest was empty. There were no trees in the forest. What was happening because of that? Birds did not have place to sit. Then insects did not have place to hide because there were no trees. Then the sun could not bury its feet under the shadow, in shadow. So nothing could happen. All these things could not happen because there were no trees in the forest. Why were there no trees in the forest? They were kept inside. By who? By man. That's right. We humans cut the trees and we kept them inside the house. Okay. Now, all these trees want to go out in the forest. And all night, now these roots are working. They're trying to pull themselves out. Because they have to move, no? They have to go. The leaves strain against the glass. The leaves also want to go out. So they're straining. They're trying to break the glass open. Small twig, stiff with exertion. Small stems, twigs, they are stiff with exertion because they are working to break these walls and windows. Long cramped boughs shuffling. You know these boughs, branches, long, tall branches. See, they are shuffling. They are cramped. You can't keep a tree in the house. The trees have to be in the forest, in the open. Only then they will flourish and grow. But we have kept these trees in the house. So they are all cramped. The long trees, branches They've gone under the roof. And from there, they are, they're trying to shuffle themselves. They're tired. You know how they have become? They're tired like those patients who are just discharged from the hospital. You know how half dazed they are when they are walking towards the door. So these patients who are just, who have been in the hospital for a long time, when they are released, they are not all, they take time to recover. They are half dazed when they are returning back, when they are at the door of the hospital clinic. So these long branches are like those half dazed patients. I sit inside. Doors open to the veranda, writing long letters. The poet says, I sit inside. My doors are open. I'm writing long letters in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. She says, I'm writing these letters, but I'm not mentioning the departure that these trees are leaving the house. Why is she not leaving? Why is she not writing about the trees? Okay, come to that later. The night is fresh. The whole moon shines. In sky is still open. The sky is still open, and the whole moon is shining. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the room. You still smell the leaves and lichen. My head is full of whispers. Who's whispering? The trees are whispering. Plus, there are many, many thoughts in her own mind, which tomorrow will be silent. Why will those thoughts and whispers will be silent tomorrow? Because the trees plan to move out tomorrow. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror into pieces splashed now in the ground. Oh, of the tallest oak. What has happened? She says till now she was sitting. Imagine a house has a veranda. She's sitting there writing letters. She can see the full moon. And then suddenly she heard the glass breaking. Why did she hear the glass? Why did she hear the glass breaking? What must have happened? The trees are managed to break the glass and are moving forward, are going out, they have moved out into the night. So there's this tall oak tree which has managed to break the glass and go outside in the open world. And now what does she see? The moon that was shining, because the oak tree has gone out. Suddenly the moon looks like broken like a mirror. Because of the shadow, because of the different branches, you can see half moon this side, half moon there, a small part here. If you try to see a moon through a tree, it is now because the tree is outside, the moon looks like a broken mirror. Its pieces flash now in the ground of the tallest oak. It looks as if the tallest oak is wearing a crown. And these small pieces, small shiny pieces of this moon with other pieces of this crown. As I said, you will understand this better if you understand that this is a metaphor for women. The tall oak tree, that is the one who was more strong, the strongest women, they tried to move out first. And they became the forerunners of this feminist movement. And the others followed them. So when we say that the leaves are straining, the roots, see, women had their roots in the house. You understand the roots in the house. So she was always holding on to the house, but now she had to understand that I have to leave part of it and go out if I need to grow, if I need to make progress. So she thinks she pulled out her roots and she understood she cannot be full time in the house. The small leaves, they were also straining. So this is her emotional turmoil. She knew that she has to move out from these, whatever she's been told for ages that women's places in the house. She should only cook, wash, clean, take care of children and husband. She had to erase that, understand that she needs to go out and grow. But you will not write about women, you will only write about nature. That trees, the trees are trying to break open the walls and move out in the forest. So, Samja? Sorry? She's writing a letter. Now I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters, in which I scarcely mention the departure. She's telling that what is happening. Maybe she's trying to convey her thoughts to someone. Now, when you talk about trees, why she's writing letter does not make sense. So maybe she's writing whatever the thoughts that are there in her mind. Yeah, or maybe she's writing letter to the members in the house. But she scarcely mentions the departure of the forest from the house. She does not tell that the trees are moving out. Why? Because it's the men, it's the people in the house who have broken these trees, who have cut down these trees and brought these trees in the house. So they don't care. They don't care whether this tree is, feeling suffocated in the house, whether this tree needs more place. Had they thought about it, then they wouldn't have cut those trees. So she knows they won't care. So they won't be interested in knowing the efforts that these trees are taking to set themselves free and grow so that they grow better. And therefore, she does not mention about them to the people in the house, to whoever she's writing letters. Let's see how much you have understood. Find the first stanza. 3 things that cannot happen in a treeless forest. Hello, Samar. Hello, Anika. What cannot happen in a treeless forest? Yes. Yes. Sun cannot bury its feet in a shadow. Feet in a shadow. Okay. What picture do these words create in your mind? Sun buries its feet in shadow. What could the poet mean by the sun's feet? End of the rain gets hidden under the shadow. So what picture do these create in your mind? Sun buries its feet in the shadow. When sun's rays touch the tree, it casts a long, dark shadow. And we cannot see the end of the ray, as the end of the ray gets hidden under the shadow. What could the poet mean by the sun's feet? What are the sun's feet? Sun rays. The rays of the sun that reach the ground are sun's feet. Where are the trees in the poem? In the house. What do their roots, their leaves, and their twigs do?
The roots are disengaging from the road.
Yes,
The leaves are standing against the window.
that's right. Last,
The twigs are providing the
stiff,
some
yes,
exertion.
exertion. What does the poet compare their branches to?
Down.
No. Compare the branches to? Like tired. Yes, yes. The patient, yes. The half-dazed patient who's just discharged from the clinic who's moving towards the door. Half-dazed patient who's just discharged from the clinic. Good job. So you can write these answers quickly in the notebook. Just write the answers. That letter or forest. Sorry, all these first four that we discussed. Those are easy ones. Samar, write first four answers quickly. You can write in points if you want. First will be these things that cannot happen in a treeless forest. You write this in a sentence, huh? Okay, this is one, Yes, you can write, where are the trees in the poem? The trees are in the house. And what do the roots, their leaves and their twigs give it? So first part, trees, house. Second part, Samath, have you written these answers?
Ma'am,
Sorry?
I'm writing.
Okay. Anika? Are you there, Anika? Write the next one also. What are the three compared? What are the trees compared to? The branches. What are the branches compared to? Compared to the what is the word of this time? And how are they? How are they? How do they look? They look half-based, half-based, half-based patients who have been just discharged from the clinic. Finish. So in one period, teacher only finish one chapter. So you have one period, 35 minutes period. That must have been before the exam. Today. So this was your first term exam that just got over. 80 marks. Have you done this part also? Analytic and paragraph writing, you've done before, no? You've done, teacher has taught. So we now only have to finish the text. So after this, should we do footprints or should we go to the next lesson? First slide. Footprints.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
first
footprints.
flight, next lesson.
Sorry,
Next lesson, Miss Bill the author.
water. Okay, fine. Next time, do bring your footprints without feet. That would be that. Okay, should we go ahead with the next question? Next question is again easy. Okay, so how does the poet describe the moon at the beginning of the third stanza and then at the end? What causes this change?
That's the beginning of the center, the moon is full.
Yes. The moon is in a clear sky and a full moon in a clear sky.
Then of the center, the is to be like the picture of there because the tree has moved out.
Yes. And the branches are now blocking the part of the sky as well as the moon. Next, what happens to the house when the trees move out? What happens to the house?
Windows
The glasses break. The glass breaks, yes. The glass breaks and how it sounds. So free to give wrong answers. Yes, one thing the windows break and they no longer there are no longer whispers, so the house is quiet. It's not given at it clearly.
smell of leaves and things around.
Okay, you can no longer smell the leaves and witching. That's right. That's right. No longer smell the leaves and witching. No whispers, and the house is quiet. Why do you think the poet does not mention the departure of the forest from the house in her letters? Because she does not want the people to know that the trees are moving out. What if they might force them to be in the house again? Or maybe because the man did not care, man has destroyed. A man means, I'm not saying man, and when I say it, in general, I hope you know, when we say man, means mankind. Man has already destroyed the nature, so he does not care about the growth and what the trees are doing. So therefore, poet thinks that nobody would be interested in knowing what the trees wanted. So she does not mention about them breaking open the doors and going out. How does the poet? Should we write this answer? This answer you will be able to write. Second one. Write the third one. 3.1. Write the 3.1 answer. And you understand, no, this is therefore. It's a long one, no? It's a long one. Samar? Because I was thinking we should do that next time when we start from the first. It's a long one. No. We will be able to finish this. You all have footprints. Yes, that we will finish. Otherwise, ये आधा रह जाएगा फिर आधा next time करना. You have footprints. Samar, do you have this lesson for test immediately? The
Yes,
autumn
ma'am.
one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Or when do you have your
Yes, ma'am.
test? When do you have your
Ma'am,
test?
7th of October. We are starting with PT3.
Okay, 7th of October. Will we have a period before that? We have a period before that. Should we do that time? Because if we start today, the Michigan order, we will not be able to finish the whole lesson. So we'll start as soon as I come. So we'll be able to finish in 2 periods. It's a long lesson.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
next Tuesday, sure, definitely, we'll start with the order. Okay, today we'll
Yes,
do
ma'am.
the next one, run without feet. Footprints without feet. Footprints without feet. Okay. Next time, Paka. If you need a break, it's break time. You need 5 minutes break. You finish writing this, you'll be able to write next 2 answers. And we इसके पहले वाला हो गया. But no trust. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Now let's do footprints without feet. Okay. Next. It's an interesting story. Story about an invisible man, a scientist. Have you seen this movie? Mr. India. You don't watch the movie. Sorry. It's a very old movie. So the same movie. Yeah, the scientist comes up with a solution, consume, manages to make himself invisible. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. The making of footprints without feet. The two first started in a surprise at the fresh muddy imprints of a pair of bare feet. What was a bare footed man doing on the step of a house in the middle of London? And where was the at the place the remarkable sight of red hand, a fresh bird car appears from the further footprints follow, one after another, descending the steps and progressing down the street. Boys forward, fascinated until the money inspirations begin to interact with them. And at last, disappears altogether. You understood what happened? 2 points. They were startled and surprised. They were surprised. Why? Why were they surprised? Saw footprints. They saw muddy footprints and of a bare feet, not of a shoe, a bare feet. You understand the difference between bare feet and footprint of a sandal or a shoe? They wondered what a barefooted man doing in the middle of the London, in London, on the middle of on a on a what do you say? On the steps of a day, on the steps of a house. And then they started following it. And they saw the footsteps. Once they saw the footsteps, when they gazed at it, I mean, how can, where is this man? The next footstep appeared. Now they started wondering, the new footsteps appeared, but the man is not there. They started following. So there were some more footsteps. So they started following the footsteps. The footsteps finally went down the street. The boys followed, fascinated. But then what happened? The footsteps became fainter and fainter and at last disappeared altogether. The explanation of the mystery was really simple enough. The bewildered boys had been following a scientist who had just discovered how to make the human body transparent. What was the mystery? Who was this man? A scientist. What had he found out? How to make a human body transparent. Griffin, the scientist, had carried out experiment after experiment to prove that the human body could become invisible. Finally, he swallowed certain rare drugs and his body became as transparent as a sheet of glass, though it also remained as solid as glass. The body became as transparent as glass, also became as solid as glass.
British scientist Griffin was a rather lawless person. The landlord disliked him and rightly did. Remained set fire to the house. Together with Lord Kinsey, he had to remove his clothes. Thus it was that he became a smarter without clothes, without money, and quite available. He rapidly stepped in some hard and
Okay. Brilliant science. Of course, whoever who had discovered the drugs, he himself took the drugs and made himself transparent. Now, but he was rather a lawless man. He was not a very disciplined and person. He used to not bother about anything and anyone. He's a lawless man. What happened? How did he become a wanderer? He set fire to the house of the landlord. Why? He got angry. Why? Yes, the landlord disliked him and he he asked him to leave the house and go. And he got so angry, he set fire to his house. Now that definitely there was no house for him to stay. So now he became a homeless wanderer without clothes, without money, and quite invisible. How was he found? Only when the children saw the muddy footprints. That's when they realized that there was someone. Yes, he physically now had the voice to follow his footprints, but his adventures were by no means over. He had chosen a bad time of the year to wander about thunder without clothes. It was the night was very cold and he could not go without. The streets decided to sleep in the school was closing time. Can you hear her, Samar? Can you hear her?
No, ma'am.
No? Oh, come on. He can't hear. You could have told us, no? Okay. So she read her first para on page 27. Okay. It was midwinter. That was the wrong time in London to go without clothes, of course. And therefore, he decided the air was bitterly cold and he decided he needed clothes. So what did he do? Where did he enter? He entered a departmental store. That's right. Decided into a big London store. Oh, sorry, not a London big store for warm because inside there is a heater. So there will be heater inside. So he decided he'd go and sit inside a store. Now read loudly here. Samar should be able to hear you. Closing time. Read from closing time arrived. Closing time arrived, and as soon as the doors were shut, Krishnan was able to give himself the pleasure of clothing and feeding himself without regard to expense. He broke open boxes and wrappers and fitted himself out the outfit and warm clothes. Soon his shoes and overcoat and a white brimmed hat, he became a fully dressed and a visible person. The kitchen of the restaurant, he found cold meat and coffee, and he followed up the meat with sweets and wine taken from the grocery store. Finally, he settled down to sleep on a pile of quilts. So he had a nice time in the store. He took all those warm clothes, took a the wide brimmed hat. He broke open the boxes and wrappers and ate whatever he wanted. He took the warm clothes, he took the shoes, he had an overcoat, he dressed himself and finally slept on nice soft quilts. What happened there? It's quilt, blanket. What do you call it in Hindi? Rajai. What is Rajai? It's patla होता है चद्दर में quilt वो जो thick होता है ना good yeah little like good but quilt is usually made with those the designed in patches that is quilt inside there is cotton yeah going to be basically but this is a softer version huh अरे अंदर अरे पतला रहता है it is very thin quilt is You don't know what is Rajai? You know what is Rajai, no? There is one more word. Sorry.
Cotton blankets.
Sorry?
Cotton.
Yeah, those cotton blankets, right? It's the soft cotton blankets. You're from north or south? Oh, then you will also have nice quilted ones, no?
But I don't know what they are for.
There is also Rajai. It's called Rajai.
Understand what you are saying. I have seen.
In English, it's called quilt. Johara, something like that. Gosh.
Only when I managed to become a good time on my family there. As it was, it did not become at the place where already arrived next morning. Then I saw a couple of them approaching. He panicked and began to run. Then naturally gave chase.
They actually gave chase. They started chasing him. So they started gave him an action. Naturally, when they saw this man sleeping, and they tried probably went there to wake him up. He got up and started running. So naturally, they started chasing him.
Then he was able to escape onto that. They taking off his clothes. So one more thing.
Once more, he found himself. Yes. He could escape only because he had been removed his clothes. Because with clothes he was visible. Without clothes he was not. His body was transparent. But now again he lost his clothes. He was totally without clothes, naked in winter, chilly January.
This time he decided to try the stock of a theatrical company in the hope of finding not only clothes but also something that would hide the empty space above his shoulders. Shivering with cold, he hurried to Drury Lane, the center of the theater world. He soon found a suitable shop. He made his way invisible upstairs and came out a little later wearing bandages round his forehead, dark glasses, false nose, big bushy side whiskers, and a large hat. To escape without being seen, he carelessly attacked the shopkeeper from behind, after which he robbed him of all the money he could find. Eager to get away from crowded London, he took a train to the village of Bay, where he booked 2 rooms at the local inn.
Okay. You understood how he managed to get the clothes? He went to the theatrical, what do you say? Property. Okay, theater. So from there he took glasses, one fake nose, side whiskers, and then he also had 2 bandages on his head and clothes. Okay. So now he was fully clothed. How did he manage to earn his money? He robbed a shopkeeper. Okay. He pushed a shopkeeper down, he took whatever money he had and he ran. What did he do? He booked a ticket. Where was he going? Italy. There he booked 2 rooms at the local inn. Booked 2 rooms at the local inn. You know. Hotel where you have a place to stay. Okay. 3.
The stranger of a certain rock.
The arrival of a stranger.
The arrival of a stranger at any inventor was in any case an
Unusual event. Why it was an unusual event? Tourists usually go in summers. In winter, nobody comes. So, the owner was also happy. Oh, yeah, we have a winter.
The stranger of a certain former appearance at all
Comes back.
comes by
That means everybody started talking. Who's this person? He looks so weird, he looks so different. Goggles, bandages. So Fans wagging means everybody started talking among themselves.
Mr. Hall,
Mrs. Hall,
Mr. Hall, the landlord's wife made
every effort
every effort to be friendly, but Griffin had no desire to talk and hold her. My reason for coming to Griffin is this.
is a desire for solitude. Solitude is मुझे शांति चाहिए. Okay, peace. Solitude is loneliness. Peace. I want to be alone and peaceful at peace.
I, I do not wish to disturb him, never, this accident has
Affected my face. I had an accident. I don't want anybody disturbing me. Anyway, I have had an accident, so I need to take care of myself.
satisfied that her guest was an
Expensive.
eccentric
Scientist.
and in view of the fact that he had paid her in advance. Mr. Howe was prepared to execute this strange habit and
Irritable temper. He had paid her in advance. He thought he must be one eccentric, or scientist very powerful with it. So he must be one of those eccentric scientists. So and plus he had paid in advance. So she was ready to forgive whatever is irritable temper, strange habits. सब माफ क्योंकि उसने पहले ही पैसा दे के रखा था. Greed.
but the stolen money it did not last long and presently Griffin had to
Admit that
he had no more ready cash. He pretended, however, that he was
expecting a check.
a check to arrive at
Yes. I mean, how long will it last? So after a few days, the money got over. Now he had no money. He was pretending. He did not want to tell Mrs. Hall. So he pretended as if he's expecting a check. He's going to get money.
Shortly afterwards, a curious episode occurred. Very early in the morning, a clergyman and his wife were awakened by noises in the study. Creeping downstairs, they heard the
The chink of money.
chink of money being taken from the clergyman's desk. Without making any noise and with a poker grab of tea in his hand, the clergyman flung open the door. Surrender.
Then to his amazement, he realized that the room appeared to be empty. He and his wife looked under the desk and behind the curtains and even up the chimney. There wasn't a sign of anybody. Yet the desk had been opened and the housekeeping money was missing. Extraordinary affair. The clergyman kept saying for the rest of the day. But it was not as extraordinary as the behavior of Mrs. Hall's furniture a little later that morning. The landlord and his wife were up very early and were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open. Usually it was shut and locked, and he was furious if anyone entered his room. The opportunity seemed too good to be missed. They peeked round the door, saw nobody, and decided to investigate. The bedclothes were cold, showing that the scientist must have been up for some time. And stranger still, the clothes and bandages that he always wore were lying about the room. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear. A moment later, the hat on the bedpost leapt up and dashed itself into her face. Then the bedroom chair became alive. The air, it charged straight at her, legs foremost. As she and her husband turned away in terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to slam and lock the door after them. Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stairs in hysterics. She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits and that the stranger had somehow caused these to enter into her furniture. My poor mother used to sit in that chair, she moaned. You think it should rise up against me now? The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by witchcraft. Witchcrafts or not, when news of the burglary at the clergyman's home became known, the strange scientist was strongly suspected of having had a hand in it. Suspicion grew even stronger when he suddenly produced some ready cash, though he had admitted not long before that he had no money. The village constable was secretly sent for. Instead of waiting for constable, Mrs. Hall went to the scientist, who had somehow mysteriously appeared from his empty bedroom. That's bad.
I want to know what you have been doing to my chair upstairs. She demanded. And I want to know how it is to get out of the empty room and how
Very angry.
the quantity of flour. I was quite surprised to find that we had to understand without it. I was so far easy to get up this it's for an order of person colors, then one person appears. Or without a sign. Then a lot of the market proceed and the policeman tried to hold off a man who had the force because the woman is of one garment on the other. Finally, a short some people try to help, but found that paper rules that seem to come from home. The men traveled for unconscious as created by them, would not unseen scientists. There were different much different concepts. Big kinds of
That was the man. Footprints without feet, man without a transparent man. So that was our transparent man. Is it fun to be a transparent person? You'd like to be a transparent person. But what's the fun if nobody can see us? What?
If you want to go and reserve, you can.
Oh, but I don't think he can become visible again. His body once became transparent.
You take some leave.
It is there, but we cannot see it. It would probably know after some time. Yes. How will you be friends with? How will you be friends with anyone? आपके लिए ढूंढना पड़ेगा. Yeah, but you cannot turn it off. Then what? You can't have friends. Who will you talk to? Nobody can praise you. Hey, you're looking nice. You're wearing good clothes today. So, बाल कैसे बनाओगे? कुछ भी फैशन करो कुछ दिखेगा ही नहीं. That was our Griffin. Let's do the questions. How did the invisible man first become visible? When the children saw his muddy footprints, that was not visible. The footprints saw again, was hard, like it was transparent.
That's something. This when he takes the clothes from that store. Actually visible one halfway there.
You see footprints because decay. When they saw the footprints, that's when the children realized that there is someone. So that is the first time he became visible. Till then, people did not know that there is some person whom you cannot see, but he's there.
They did not realize it. It is not that they realize someone is there.
So he can say this, that goal, and then when he robbed the clothes from, stole the clothes from the store. Okay, and how do you do that? So you write both, if that's your doubt. That first he became visible when the children saw the muddy footprints on the steps of a house, and then when
This book also is written when he got into the grocery store.
the store, okay.
And the book answer a lot.
In this book, it is different. What does your book say? This book says the same thing.
One same thing.
Whatever I said. Yes.
What did you say?
The invisible man first became visible after he slipped into Big London store and keeping warm.
This is old book. अबे वो देख वो
Yeah, it's old.
एक
It's old.
वो outdated है.
Okay, then in that case, you write both to be on the safer side. First, he became visible.
But for 1 mark answer, how will you write so much? But the word will be only.
When he first went to the departmental store, stole the clothes, and
दो incident हो गए. How did you first begin to do the एक ही answer हो सकता है.
what does your book say?
And when he slipped into a big London store for keeping warm, and then he got the clothes while he sleeping. visible to the assistants.
Okay, then he wore the clothes. He was visible to the people around. Fine. Stick to that answer. Stick to that answer. Stick to that answer. समझा क्या आंसर है? क्या?
When he was gone to the
When
London,
he first went to
London store
London store,
and he wear
he wore the
the
clothes,
then
the jacket and the hat.
then he was
He became visible. Why did he wander the street? Why was he wandering the streets? Why was he homeless?
He had set fire on the grandfather.
When his landlord asked him to leave, he got angry and set fire to the house. And therefore, now he had no house, and thus he became a homeless and he was wandering on the street. Right, the whole thing. Suddenly it becomes so quiet, no? When you switch off the AC. Why does Mrs. Hall find a scientist eccentric?
Because of his strange habits, irritable tempers.
Okay, because
And he doesn't want to be friendly.
he did not want anyone to disturb him. He was wearing bandages on his head. He was not interested in talking to anyone, and because of his strange habits and irritable temper, she found him eccentric. Okay, what will you say? Repeat. Why did Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? Yes.
Can we tell me that since he paid so much cash in advance?
No,
Not to do so much.
no. 2 months in advance, or maybe some money in advance, but that will not make him eccentric. Eccentric because of eccentric means as a what do you say? A little weird, moody. That is eccentric. Vichitra. So you're repeating, I thought you're repeating the answer. Okay, repeat, tell me, why did she find it eccentric? I think yes, sir.
Yeah, probably bandage.
Around his head, okay, he had bandages around his head. Then he did not,
He was not interested.
he was not ready to talk to anyone. He did not want anyone to disturb him. Okay. He claimed he had come there for peace, solitude, and he wanted to be alone. So because of his strange habits and irritable temper, she thought him as an eccentric scientist. Got it, Samar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, will you give the next answer? What curious episode occurs in the study? What curious episode occurred in the study? What happened?
He's finding the-
Where did this curious incident take place? In the house of a clergyman. Okay. Early in the morning, when the clergyman and his wife were sleeping, they heard sounds from the study. Okay. So when they opened the door, they found no one. No one. They searched everywhere under the desk, behind the curtains, even up the chimney, but they could not find any person. But the desk had been opened and the money was stolen. Okay, so that was a strange incident. Got it, Samar?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In early morning, clergyman's wife awakened by the noises from their study. Then they
Yes.
heard of sound of coins being taken from their desk.
Yes.
When they entered the study room, they did not find anyone there.
Very good.
Yes, reading from there.
They could not find anyone there, but then they searched everywhere. Where did they search? They searched under the desk, behind the
Yes,
curtain,
ma'am.
even in the chimney, but they could not find anyone. Yet the desk had been opened and the money was missing, stolen. You have to write the whole thing, okay? Because that is the strange thing. Nobody was there, but the cupboard door was open, the desk door was open, and money was missing. What other extraordinary things happened in the at the inn? Anika, hello Anika.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Anika. What other extraordinary things happened at the inn?
Um, First of all, the chair that was the room was open, and the owner and his wife decided to go into the room.
Okay.
There was a chair where the woman's mother used to sit, and that chair automatically rose up and dashed itself on the couple, throwing them out of the room. Also,
Okay.
there was a hat on the bedpost that leapt up on the woman's face.
Okay. Great. Okay. Got it? The innkeeper and his wife, when they saw the scientist's door open, they entered the room to check, and they saw no one there. The scientist's clothes and bandages were lying on the floor. Suddenly, a chair was came alive and attacked the legs of the attacked Mrs. Hall, and they both of them were dashed outside out of the room, and the door got locked itself. It was a strange, extraordinary thing happened. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. Why do you think Griffin was a lawless person? How do you know that Griffin was a lawless person? Yes. Lawless is the one who does not obey the law. So he was a lawless person. He had bad temper. Okay. How do we know that? The vendor, yes, the landlord asked him to leave, he burned the house. Then he knocked the shopkeeper down and pushed him and then robbed him. He robbed the clothes from the store. So this proves that he, after coming to, after coming to the inn, he robbed once again the clergy family. And when he came back and found the inn owner and his wife in his room, he attacked them with the chair and pushed them out of the room. So this proves that he was a lawless person. How would you assess Griffin as a scientist? Okay, he was a brilliant scientist. How to make human body transparent. And so, okay, he was an intelligent, successful, he was a brilliant scientist. He conducted, probably he worked very hard. And yeah, he was not that rich. Though he was talented, he did not have a house. He could not become rich. He was a homeless person. And do you think that was the reason why he was angry? Probably that was the reason why he was angry. Or because he was a lawless person. He tried to earn, make money unlawfully by wrong means. Would you like to become invisible? What advantages and disadvantages do you foresee if you did? Okay, you can do anything.
Anything like what?
Yeah, anything means what?
कांच तोड़ना,
कांच तोड़ना वो घर की कांच तोड़ के करोगे क्या? अरे मम्मा के कपड़े चुरा के क्या करोगे? Without a ticket. Okay. You can go anywhere without a ticket. Fine. And we can scare people. You can scare people. Yeah, advantage है. उससे क्या?
Answer paper before exam. For exam, लिखने ही देगा कोई. Invisible exam ही लिखने देगा. फायदा
क्या फिर क्या advantage क्या है? Samarth, any advantage? Can you see, is there any advantage of being invisible?
Since we are invisible, there is no need to write exam.
Okay. एक ही advantage है, you don't have to write exams.
we can get as much money as you want.
How? By robbing people. But then, see, he got caught.
Where did he go?
But then you will have to roam, wander like him without clothes. Only then you will be invisible. Are you ready to stay without clothes in winter, in summer? It's fun.
Winter doesn't affect the movement.
We don't have winter in
Rain तो
exactly. रेत तो होती है इतनी सारी
एक और काम होगा तो तीसरी.
फिर
Rain तो रह सकता है ना.
Yes, ma'am. हाँ तो रह सकते हैं ना.
फिर आओ ना
हाँ,
please.
इसका दरवाजा खुला है.
We can stay at home.
जिसका दरवाजा खुला है वहीं पे घुस जाओ फिर खाना खा लो.
Instant. क्यों कर रही है?
But then you can't make anything for yourself. You can't make your own life.
What like
What are disadvantages?
Nobody can see us.
Okay.
And अरे हाँ, advantage है कि हम मम्मा पापा के डांट से काम कैसे हो जाता है.
क्या बोलता है
कितने रोज देर हम फोन
किसी भी देर चाहो इसका एक ही advantages के लिए that you can watch, you can be on phone as long as you want.
can say
किसके
phone
साथ
will
हो
be
रहा है?
visible.
Yeah, phone will be visible. phone दिखेगा.
इसके आसपास रहना पड़ेगा.
अरे वो चोरी करके लेके जाएगी बात.
So I don't see much of any advantages. It's boring.
और अगर स्विच करना है
Then it is best.
हम फिर तो आंसर पेपर सब कुछ मिल जाएगा पहले.
Do we have time? One answer.
Yes,
Yes, we have plenty of time.
15.
15 minutes. Okay. Right, one answer. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. Griffin was rather a lawless person. Comment. What did you write? Write one answer, Samar. Within was rather a lawless person. Comment. Why was he a lawless person? First, first you write Vipin had bad temper.
But ceiling is not related to his short temper.
Yeah, this is this part.
Only one temper short temper.
No, I just thought like he had bad temper when his landlord asked him to leave. This is not the main point. When भूल गई लिखना इसलिए I wrote it. It's not important that you write about short temper or bad temper. Was a lawless man. These are the things. What is the name of the place? Iping. IP. Why was there only one man? One police officer, why were there many? And he had that, what do you call it? Handcuffs. Why did he put the handcuff immediately?
Because you were a secret. Because you went there secretly, that's why you were stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, we never get shown policemen with the handcuff. Yeah. I think I put a handcuff on his
I
hand.
was shocked to see
But he was holding him, no, from one hand, one side.
where is he going?
See. See. They were followed a man was leaving shop, tried to get hold of a man who was becoming more and more invisible. Okay. Trying to hold. He was trying to hold him. He was not able to see him and he was. But then he was in a shock. As a result,
By that time, you would have.
he would have. Yes, क्या बोलना था? Finish my. Do we have time to write one more? No. 6 minutes. Okay. Then tell me over it. Why did Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric? This is another question. Why does Mrs. Hall find the scientist eccentric?
He had a very weird behavior.
Okay.
Irritable.
Okay. Strange habits and irritable temper. Right? How strange? How do we know he had strange habits? He wanted to
To be solitude,
okay, he wanted to be solitude, not ready to,
to talk with him.
yes, did not want to talk with anyone around his head. Okay. He had irritable temper and strange.
Can we say it was like
He was rude. Okay. He was rude, he was irritable, he had strange habits. So all this made him eccentric.
They couldn't see his.
They couldn't see his face. Yes, they couldn't see his face. That was also an unusual thing. They could know he had a nose. And was very tired on his skin.
And nose would have probably been just for his tail. Because if he would have wrapped him at like this, there would be a like
Yeah. He should have worn mask. No? Had there been COVID, then
but still eyes.
Well,
I think covered his eyes with bandages. What's it that?
so that are years.
He has already had capacity. So he has reported me and
अरे क्या पेंसिल करना हो अरे क्या छोड़ रहा
So see, mask is very useful. You wear mask every day in school. Because then teachers find it very difficult no, to identify who is talking. Nobody wants to remove.
they are also getting.
Now they are also become smart. They can identify. Yes.
Who would visit when he or she had an accident? Accident.
I know.
They ask. Getting the colors, that's the video. Yes.
Very good point.
I think we're almost done. Okay, so what were we discussing last? Nothing related. How to hide its face, and how do you hide talking in the exam? With your mask. You do, right?
I am also first bench.
First bench. Teaching it, but those who sit behind, they don't talk, right?
My class में एक लड़की डॉक्यूमेंट फोन चला रही
Fourth, huh?
आगे नहीं आती का
दोनों चलाते सच में
हाँ एग्जाम इन द मिड ऑफ एग्जाम चली किसी का आंसर
But how come your bags are not kept outside?
they are like now pull out में डालने के फॉर्म हम चेकिंग नहीं होती yes मैम एक बार एक बार तो पेपर स्टॉप करके Ma'am, not me. Lawful person.
Lawful person. Okay. So now you understood lawless and lawful. First bench. First bench is a disadvantage. But many times they say that first bench is good because teacher always looks at the last. ऐसा नहीं होता.
If he is sitting on the front bench, then also he's seeing, and if he is on the back bench, then also you can see. Not the opposite.
ठीक है चलो. Next time we'll do the auto. The lesson of auto. Just 50 minutes are remaining. 2 minutes are remaining. You want to sit? You can take. Now we have finished the lesson. No point in just keeping. ये देखो ये तो पहले ही चला गया.